Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about my third book, Hacks for Life and Career, a Millennial's Guide to Making It Big, as it gets released globally both in print and ebook versions. Now there are two questions I want to answer in this video. Why is this book relevant for you? And what can you expect from the book when you read it? Now, we as millennials, being millennial is not easy in the modern day world. There are reports that 95% of us are unemployable and not ready to face the world. People say we don't have basic skills, we don't have life skills, we don't have career skills, we don't understand business, we don't understand personal finance, we are not mature enough. There are so many ills people say the millennials have. Now, to be fair, the educational institutions we have gone to and the corporates we work for don't really equip us to face the world professionally and personally. Now, this is where this book, Hacks for Life and Career, a Millennial's Guide to Making It Big, comes in. It has a series of hacks, about 60 plus chapters, written in a very easy to read, sarcastic style that will actually help you traverse through your corporate careers and your personal lives with supreme ease. Let me spend some time on the various sections of the book. The book starts off with a section on technology. There's a lot of commentary going around in terms of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the way it will dramatically change lives. I provide a very intuitive, simplistic feel on how technology will change your lives over the next 5 years. Will it be as transformational as people say it will be? Or is it just plain hoopla after all? The second section of the book, I explore certain foundational basic concepts. Now, there's a lot of business that is taught to us, either at the places of work or the institutes we have studied in. Unfortunately, 99% of what we learn, either at work or during education, is actually not relevant. The book highlights 25 business concepts which you will apply on a day-to-day basis, along with very practical examples and methodologies on how to address those 25 problems. Now, for some of us who are not very happy with our jobs or with our bosses, entrepreneurship is often seen as a way to pursue your individual dreams and live a more fulfilling life. The next section of the book actually looks at this magical portion of entrepreneurship. How do you actually go about building your dream unicorn? What are some of the things you should do? What are some of the mistakes you should avoid? And finally, over the next decade, what are some of those brilliant ideas that are likely to emerge and become unicorns? Now, if you have to succeed in your corporate career, it's a no-brainer that you will have to deal with office politics. And the next section on the book actually helps you maneuver office politics. How do you deal with that unfair bully of a boss of yours? How do you deal with that nasty colleague who's all set to take your credit away? How do you appear smart in meetings when you actually have no clue what is going on? And what are some of those 8-10 simple hacks you can deploy to further your career and be the master of office politics? Now, this next section I've often noticed is a very, very important one. In all my conversations, in all the speeches I've given at the various IITs and IIMs, the most important pain points that comes from millennials is knowledge of personal finance. It's not about earning more money. It is about how do you save and grow what you are earning. Questions like this often come up. What are the various sources of instruments that are available? Where should I invest my money? Where should I not invest my money? Can you simplify this entire complicated world of personal finance? And the next section actually does that in a simplistic language which even your grandmother will understand. Now, for a lot of millennials like us, we will make our careers most likely in one of the following industries: FMCG, management consulting, IT consulting, commercial banks, investment banks, or e-commerce. Now, the next section actually looks at in terms of how these various industries operate. What are going to be the key trends over the next 8 to 10 years? And if you were to make a career or are making a career in these industries, what can you expect and what should you do to succeed in these industries? The next section of the book is actually directed at younger millennials who are looking to land that 9-figure salary job. How do you make a supremely powerful resume? How do you crack that group discussion? How do you crack that final interview round? Some millennials who are entering business schools, how do you make the maximum of a 2-year business school, even in this virtual context? How do you crack that summer internship? How do you get that final job? In case some of you are confused, should you study in India, should you study outside, this is the section for you. Now, I have consciously included some supremely interesting chapters through the book. For instance, how do you use mathematics to write a movie script? I have a chapter on how you should use behavioral psychology to your advantage to excel in day-to-day interactions. I also have a chapter in terms of how you can fake it very smartly till you actually make it. The final section in the book is on self-help. Now, given the environment we are all living in, mental health and the focus on it is going to be relentless. People who have strong mental health, are happy personally, are going to succeed over the next decade. This section on self-help actually has a set of collection on chapters on how you can have sound mental health even during post-COVID, so that you can have a great career ahead over the next decade. So this is in terms of what the book has to offer. I am sure you will pick up a copy, and I'm absolutely sure you will see fantastic value from it when you read the book. So drop by your comments, do let me know what you thought about it, and look forward to speaking to you again.